Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We have a 3v3 for you here at Athens. This one has been sent in to us by Eric. And as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. So, we'll start with the defenders. Defending here, we have Eric playing as RDI, Billy T. Sherm playing as Nabatea, and playing as Seleucid, you have me! I'm playing as Seleucid. Yes, that's right. I actually came out of hiatus to play some Rome 2 one night. Attacking, we have over here, attacking Seleucid, Jonesy, 911, playing as Seleucid. Playing as Carthage, we have King of the Woods, and playing as Egypt, we have Buttslayer. So, let us go over the attackers' army comps, and then we'll get into the defenders' army comps. Starting with Egypt. Egypt is bringing. We have up here on the towers, we have 4 units of mercenary Egyptian infantry. That doesn't seem right. Unless this is, I think, Empire Divided Egypt, possibly, I think. I'm going to have to check that later. We have a Galatian Royal Guard General, 4 units of Nubian Bowmen, all stacked up right here. And then lots of thorax swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 thorax swords. And then we have 1 Hellenic Royal Guard and 1 Egyptian pikeman. And that is going to round out Egypt's army. Carthage is bringing, we got a big old ballista boy right here. We have 1 unit of Samnite warriors, 2 units of Libyan infantry, another Samnite, then we have 3 units of Scutari. Back here we have 2 units of Iberian swordsmen, general's bodyguard, a mercenary companion cav, 3 units of Cretan archers who are just hanging out without a care in the world out over here. 2 Italian swordsmen, and then over here we have 2 Gallic warriors and another Italian swords. Seleucid is bringing quite a bit of Eastern spearmen, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Eastern spearmen. We have 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 thorax swords. 1 unit of royal peltists, and a Gamma Cav general, and then we have 2 Persians, 4 Persian light archers. All right, moving on to the defense. Nabatea is bringing. We have some desert heavy lancers here, ready and raring to go. We have a Rakim Palace Guard general, 4 units of Nabatean heavy archers, and then we have 2 units of desert pikemen, and then 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, 5 axe warriors, possibly another one. Nope, 5 axe warriors, and then 1, 2, 3 Nabatean swordsmen. RDI is bringing. We have some Illyrian hoplites, Illyrian noble hoplites, and an Illyrian noble hoplite general. I mean, that's the only type of general that you can get. So with RDI, so there it is. 2 units of Illyrian marines. Over here, some mercenary axe warriors. 2 more axe warriors. 2 Celtic warriors over here, and then 2 more Celtic warriors over there. And then we have mercenary peltists. We also have 2 units of mercenary Tarentine cav and Illyrian cav, and then over here we have some Illyrian raiders. Hopefully they'll be able to make their way up here before getting shredded. And then me, what am I bringing? I am bringing a shield bearer general, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Thorio spears, 2 Syrians, 2 Persian light archers. They're basically diet Syrians, kind of. Not really, but sort of. They just don't get precision shot. Although, what is it, the elite Persian archers that get precision shot, I think, right? But I think only Bactria gets them. I could be wrong. Let me know. Royal Peltis, 1, 2, 3, 4 units of thorax swords, and then 3 units of Hillmen. RDI is also bringing a Scorpion right here. All right, so that's it. We have 33 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Before the video starts, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. I, of course, appreciate it as well. And if you have battle replays of your own that you'd like to see up on the silver screen, that is YouTube. Please feel free to join the Discord server, my Discord server. There will be a link in the description below in this video. You click on that, jump on in, and drop your replays in the replay section of the server. You can also go to the About section of my channel. That'll also have the link there for the Discord server. And hey, if you don't know how to find your replays, feel free to ask. Myself or somebody else, I'm sure, would be more than willing to help you navigate that. But if you don't feel like asking, there's always Google and YouTube as well. All right. Again, 33 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Let's get it on. So, right off the bat, Lyrian Raiders are no longer hidden. What do we got going on here? Making their way forward, and it looks like immediately they are firing. Possibly they are not. Fire at will has not been turned off. Strong possibility. That could be something that might have happened. They're going to be surging right on through, but unfortunately their numbers are going to get kind of chopped up pretty well and good by the arrow fire. Yeah, and I mean, the closer they get, hypothetically speaking, the closer they get, the more devastating the impact of the arrow would be. So, and they're gone. They did manage to get in there. They threw some jabbies, but not enough. RDI's Cav, though, is rushing over here as quickly as possible, but Egypt is responding in kind, and so is the companion Cav from Carthage. They're going to try and get over here and shut down this sally out so that Carthage doesn't lose any of their Cretans, or at least tries to mitigate how much or how many losses he takes here. But there we go. Pikes have made their way in. They aren't in pike formation as of yet, but even still... and Carthage is just sending everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units are on their way over here to try and deal with these Cav. I'm sure that RDI's Cav is not long for this world, but caused a little bit of disruption, so not bad. Always a little bit of a good thing. Starting to get one unit to start to waver a little bit. Hopefully, he can actually get them the route completely, but again, we'll have to wait and see, because these guys, they're in combat. The combat's even, so that's good. But there they go. They managed to sneak away the majority of the units, so they're pulling out. Tarantine Cav again also pulled out. So dealing with these pikes is definitely going to be a bit of a headache. As they look at them, they're just going around poking all those horses in the butts. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Meanwhile, over here, Seleucid's pushing up a wee bit with his Eastern Spearman. Going to knock down a wall. Oh yes, stones. I put these down. Stones are the only deployables that I feel are not like overpowered. They're just kind of a nuisance. They're sort of annoying, but they're not as annoying, I feel, as like caltrops, stakes, spike pits, and the like. So that's why I brought stones. Over here, they've managed to knock down one section of wall. Does Nabatea have artillery? No, I think he forgot his artillery, actually. My wall artillery, however, is firing away, perhaps. Firing at anything, something, maybe. Perhaps not. I probably should have just let autofire go and try and hit something, but Egypt is moving a tower right up and over here. He's going to try and silence my ballista before it can even start to really get into any type of shenanigans here. Smart move. That is the way to go. However, though, when they do drop that drawbridge, I do remember this, actually. I managed to get off a couple shots right through the middle and take out a couple of these guys here. Here we go. just point blank getting smushed by a flaming rock. But unfortunately, that's not going to last for too much longer. And my artillery crew is going to be gone relatively soon. I should have moved them somewhere else, honestly. I should have put them literally anywhere else. Even over here probably would have been good, because then I could have taken shots at his archers. So that was my bad, especially when he moved everybody over here. Oh my god, could you imagine if I had our wall artillery over here, raw artillery over here instead, and that it was just this blob of units? My lord. All right, so Seleucid has knocked down the walls over here. Nabatea is getting ready to thwart the assault. The Eastern Spearmen aren't going to do too well, though, right off the bat. They're going to do very poorly. They're going to get annihilated. Archers moving forward, probably going to come after these pikes. And Pepper, ooh, looks like one unit already got peppered down. Did he lose that unit of pikes already? Did Did that actually happen? Oh, no, they're over here. Okay. They got pulled back. 160 out of 160. How many men are left here in here, then? 120. Wow, he lost 40 guys already. Possibly from the scorpions on top of the towers. There we go. Had a brain fart there for a minute. All right, now he's getting focused down by the archers. No surprise there. That is the right target to be going after. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. They're now pulling back. Desert Nebtian heavy archers are moving forward. Don't want to tussle with those guys. They are pretty serious. They got the armor to be tanky enough against the Persian Lights. Because, I mean, let's face it, they only have 10 armor as compared to, what do they got? 40. Not bad. Actually, what did the Syrians have? Syrians have, yeah, 40. All right, so now Egypt is up on the walls over here. RDI sent up a unit of Celtic warriors to try and defend against them here. Looks like some of these Celtic warriors are tossing their javies. Hillmen are getting moved around. Just try and stop them from coming on down this way. They are losing, and I have now shifted over 2 of my Persian light archers to fire into the rear here of these units to try and aid my Hillmen in defeating these guys here. Meanwhile, over here, nothing is going on as of yet. Kind of just holding. And it looks like Carthage is now shifting one of his Samnites with the tortoise over here to knock down this wall. Not a bad idea. Breaking up the defense a little bit. Although attacking Seleucid was very bold to be coming all the way over here by himself. He's now moving the majority of his army up, except for these 3 thorax swords. So this might be a contemplation of whether or not he should come over here, or if he should push through here. Honestly, I think if they all push these 3 thorax swords and then these units right here, if they push, they could have caused some serious headaches. Because, I mean, realistically, you have 1, 2, 3 units here. I mean, yeah, we do have these 3 Thurio spears and the thorax swords here, but these guys are kind of just here as a general all-purpose area, go where I need you to type of a deal. They're not necessarily holding this breach. They're just in the general vicinity to be shifted around as needed. Another section of wall has come down. Hillmen are doing what they can over here. They're actually managing to do all right for, I guess, by Hillman standards, right? Hillman standards. Looks like the mercenary Egyptian infantry is throwing their javies down at these Hillmen and pulling these guys back. Looks like he had to set up a little perimeter here. What are these, Gallic warriors, right? Italian swordsmen getting sent on in. I think these guys still have some javelins, maybe not, but I am now sending them right into the rear of these guys to try and aid the Celtic warriors here in getting rid of these buffoons. Archers still firing away at the Egyptian infantry there, and now the wall here is about to get knocked down. So far, so good. Nabatea is doing a pretty good job. Looks like the archers did a little bit of pathfinding. I don't know what it is with ranged units in this game, specifically slingers. It always seems like it's slingers have the worst pathfinding ever. You tell them to go and shoot at somebody, and they're like, okay, we're just going to get right the fuck up in there. And then they get into melee combat. But yeah, he managed to get these guys out before they lost too many guys. Only 4 here, none here, which is good. Still plenty of ammo. Now he's like really rushing in. Archer's moving in too. Going after the pikes once again. Again, smart move to make there. And look at that. They're pulling them back already. He must have, again, selected them to fire on the pikes. And then they just did some goofy stuff. I don't know why they do that, but that's what they do. Eastern Spearmen not having a great day going up against the Nabatean Axe Warriors. They're going to have a field day with these guys. Armor's 45. And remember, any type of axemen in the game do get a small armor penetration bonus, so that's going to help out just a wee bit. Thorax swordsman from attacking Seleucid up here managed to get absolutely annihilated thanks to some Nabatean swordsmen and arrow support from the heavy archers from Nabatea. Italian swords getting thwarted over here. Hillman, my Hillman, doing a hell of a job. Up to 38 kills, is that? Up to 40 now. Woo, look at him go. And they are taking care of business, although that is the only unit of Hillmen that is left. Well, these guys are left, but they're going to be gone once I send them back in. Meanwhile, over here, RDI is doing what they can to hold back these Thorax Swords. I have 2 units of Thorio Spears here ready to go, but unfortunately this unit is getting shot in the back. Well done by Egypt, noticing that I am facing the wrong direction, and they're just going to wreak some havoc here on my unit. Unfortunately, obviously I was not paying attention to this, otherwise I would have pulled them back, or at least pulled them back this way and then set them so that their shields are facing that way, and they would be able to block the missiles. There we go. There you go, Lichter. Pay attention to what's going on, huh? Situational awareness. So now I'm going to move these guys actually coming over here to try and harass these Thorax Swords. They're facing the wrong direction. They're getting tossed some jabbies their way by the Thorio Spears over here. These guys are now going to do the same. Down to 70 men, but hey, they're going to do what they can. They've managed to turn around, but these guys also, in trying to take care of them, have also left their guard open. So now not only are they getting shot at by my Thorio Spears, or at least they were, they're now also getting shot at by the archers, and they're going to take some serious losses here, down to 101 men already, and I'm just going to pull back some more. I'm going to pull back some more, and I believe, if I remember correctly, my strategy here was to try and bait these guys into following me all the way back, and then letting my Thorax Swords get either a side and or rear charge in on the Thorax Swordsman here. But here they go. Right into combat. I was not quick enough, I believe. And yeah, here we are. 44 men left. They're going to start to throw some jabbies, though, at these guys who are starting to wrap around, and this Thorax Swords unit is not going to have a great day. Lyrian Hoplites have been brought up to plug this gap here. I brought my Thorio Spears up onto the wall, I think, if I remember correctly, to at least try and throw some jabbies down at these guys, but I don't think it was successful. I don't think it was successful. And then eventually, I believe, I bring them back down and set them up over here. Remember, I always feel that this is a great position. Let's do this so you can see. A great position for you to use ranged units or units with selective fire. Because they're up on this hill right here, this little hump of debris. So you don't really have to worry about collateral damage too much. You can get right on in here, toss your jabbies, your arrows, your lead bullets from slings, and really manage to get some pretty good shots off on these guys. Meanwhile, over here, Egyptian infantry still hanging on pretty well, actually. Surprising, but now they are gone. And then we have a little bit of a brawl going on between limited infantry, Thorax Swords, and some mercenary axe warriors. Thorio Spears, I believe, are, yeah, still tossing. And then we have a unit of Celtic warriors coming in for a nice little rear charge. Egypt notices the last minute, does a counter charge of his own. But I believe these guys have a pretty good charge bonus. 25 as compared to 18. So yeah, the Celtic warriors are going to win out initially in the beginning. But it's a strong possibility that it could slowly but surely turn into the favorite. Never mind, I lied. They're going to lose. Meanwhile, over here, attacking Seleucid is slowly and surely making some headway. He's brought over his other Thorax Swords that were over here and brought them here to reinforce his position. Neptune Axe Warriors wavering, falling back. Ooh, excuse me. Falling back up to, what is that, 49? 49 kills. They all look like they were getting peppered by the Persian Light Archers. They are going after him. Thorax Swords here winning, actually, surprisingly. How many? 73 guys left against, yeah, 54, never mind. So we're going to have this Nabataean Swordsman unit. They're going to be gone relatively soon, but we have a nice full unit of Rakim Palace Guard. They'll be able to charge right on in, or even this unit of Axe Warriors combined with this unit would definitely be able to probably break these guys. Over here, they're just slugging it out slowly but surely. This Thorax Sword's taking on the Rakim Palace Guard. That's going to be a tough fight. They are in shield wall, so that bumps their melee defense up from 55 to an absolute bonkers 83, and then their armor gets bumped up from 115 to 127. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's easily one of my favorite spear units, the Rakim Palace Guard, along with shield bearers too. I really enjoy shield bearers, and even the where's the RDI general? because they have some pretty wicked stats as well. Yeah, 53 melee defense, 115 for armor. Theirs is 57. And then, yeah, the Rakim Palace Guard is at 55. Meanwhile, over here, Thurio Spears are starting to waver. They're probably going to go relatively soon. Hillman getting sent right back on in. And this, I remember, being an area, a hot spot for fighting right here. It really seems like Egypt, at least, is trying their hardest to punch a hole through here. Because, honestly, there's not really a lot here to defend. So they've shifted all their troops over here, which is not a bad idea, so long as Carthage can continue to put up the pressure over here on this flank. But unfortunately, Carthage does not have a lot. Oh, no, this is where... Okay, so Carthage ends up having a little bit of a problem here, because he moves the towers out of the way of the ballista so he can start to use these guys, but... And here we're about to see it happen. And there it is. Now they are glitched together. And he's not going to be able to get these units off. So that is really unfortunate. You got to be careful when you're moving towers that they don't bump into each other like this. Otherwise, you're going to be down 2 units. And you're not going to be able to use them at all. Which is extremely unfortunate. But now he's going to start firing. And he is using, looks like, regular shot at the moment. But Carthage does not have a lot left. Yes, he does have some units over here. We can see that they are fighting. Gallic warriors, however, are losing, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately in our case. To the Axe warriors? Yeah, Axe warriors. Thurio Spears over here doing a hell of a job, taking on the Italian swords as well. I've moved over my archers to fire into the backs of these Gallic warriors. Carthage immediately notices that and starts to charge in to go after my archers. I believe he does make it through the Celtic warriors, actually. Yeah, a decent enough charge that he can continue to pull through. I noticed this immediately. Start to pull my archers away, get them out of there as fast as I possibly can. I was just trying to get rid of these Gallic warriors who are now winning against the Axe warriors. Honestly, not really a surprise, to be completely honest. Sluice now is pretty much committing just about all of his troops. All of his thorax swords are in here. He's trying real hard to punch through over here, it seems like, on this side. Not really, it's not a bad idea. There isn't much left as far as actual sword or axe or spear infantry goes. So if he manages even to break through, at least like break down the defensive line here, he'll have a free carte blanche to just walk on by and do whatever he wants. Which is not good. We don't want that to happen. It would be a bad time. Archers, in the meantime, 141 kills for that unit. We have 31 for this one. 235, they're definitely out of ammo, but well done there. And then, it looks like the 4th one might have died. Meanwhile, Syrians still just holding firm. I placed them over here in not hopes of, but in case we did have to fall back. And then we're holding, like, let's say, like here and here. And then I could shift the Syrians up a little bit, and then they'd be able to fire into the sides of the Egyptian army. Mercenary Scutari coming on in. They're going to try and break their way through, but I got 2 units of Thurio Spears here. One is in square formation. That bumps up their melee defense to 70, up from 55 at its base. Over here, Companion Cav kind of got beat, and now we're just kind of giving up over here. We're pulling back. Ooh. Carthage is firing, but he's using explosive shot, which, as we all know, does not work that well against infantry. Try not to use it. I would say this. I'll say this. I think explosive shot is or would be good to use in combination, potentially with a charge. Whether it's from infantry, shock cav, shock infantry, chariots, or elephants. Because I'm sure most of you have, when you see an explosive round land, it... Let's see. Oh, no, he switched to fire shot, which is good. That's good that he switched to fire shot. But if you see the explosive shot land, it doesn't kill anybody, really, but it does break up the formation, right? Which isn't a terrible thing to happen. Sure, it doesn't kill anybody, but it breaks up that formation. And with that broken up formation, hypothetically, at least in my opinion, you'll be able to get a better charge off. Remember what I always say, when units are moving, okay, and not necessarily to countercharge, when they're just moving or shifting directions, that battle line gets wonky. All right, it gets loose, it gets broken up, and that's like this. You see this? Send some cav, send some shock cav into that, and I will guarantee you that there would probably be more losses than if they get charged into a battle line that is a single cohesive line like this. All right? So, with that in mind, using explosive shot to break up the line and then following it up with a charge, maybe that could work. Maybe you could get more kills that way. Possibly. I don't know. It's a hypothetical. I've never tried it out, but maybe that is something that I should try out, just as a test. All right, so Seleucid, attacking Seleucid is pretty much done for. Is their general dead? No, his general's still alive, so that's kind of good. Nabtia's got to be careful, though, because he sees this opening right here, and he can 100% go for these archers who are out of ammo. No, they still got some left. Only a couple shots, though, I would imagine. Right? 199. Come on, get another shot off before these guys get in here. Because he's coming. Oh, Lord, he's coming. 204. Well done. Swordsman falling back to try and block that. Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a gap here. Not much, but it's a little bit. I mean, you got some of the Nabataean heavy archers here who are in the way, but even still. Thorax swordsmen are winning this fight. Oh, no! King Palace Guards facing the wrong way. They are in melee combat. It is even, though, but yeah, unfortunately, they're facing the wrong way. That's also the problem sometimes, using shield screen or hoplite wall. When they're already in combat, is they'll like do wonky stuff and then like not stand the way that you actually want them to. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so now everyone over here is fully committing, at least it seems, to this breach. Thorax swords versus thorax swords over here. I believe, yeah, my Syrians are coming on over here to fire at these guys to assist my thorax swordsman unit. Persian lights have been sent in because they're out of ammo, 123 and 192. Holding back this thorax swordsman unit, doing a pretty good job too. I mean, we're just kind of bunched up over here. Archers from Egypt are still firing, however, they have plenty of ammo left still. We have 11 minutes and 55 seconds left in this match. Getting rid of these Eastern Spearmen here. And then, I mean, he could come around. It's a little bit of a long walk, though. But a little bit of surprise butt sex never hurt anybody. That's not true. That's not true at all. But yeah, I mean, if he could, but I don't think it's not viable. It's too far away. It's just important to get rid of this unit and then get these guys back in as quickly as possible so we can reinforce some of these breaches. I mean, I have my Thorio Spears here. They're doing what they can. 112 kills so far. How many guys are left? 60. I could put them in square formation. That would probably do some good. Mercenary Axe Warriors wavering, 186 as far as kills go, but they did manage to get rid of the Mercenary Scutari, so that is great. They are now running away and getting shot at the same time. Thorio Spears here moving forward, and I'm going to try and 129 kills for these guys too. Over here, possibly go after the archers, perhaps. Or maybe I am just going after these guys. Ooh, got hit pretty good. Yeah, they were just left on auto fire, so he's not really paying attention, and I'm just going for it. Oh, but now he's finally caught on, and now I'm just trying to rush and get over here as quickly as possible, sending in his one unit of archers, Nubian bowmen. I guess they're out of ammo. Maybe they were out of ammo. Only 89 kills, or 82 rather. So now these guys are going to go into square formation, try and just immediately they're getting routed. So that was a foolish move on my part, but managed to kind of silence some archers for a minute, draw some units away, and that's also going to cause a little bit of collateral damage as far as some of the arrow fire that's going on in there. Not a whole lot, though. Persian Light still holding on, surprisingly. Same with the Thorio Spears. Lyrian Hoplites holding firm here. 85 kills for the Mercenary Peltists. Are my Syrians firing at anything? They are. They're firing at these guys who are coming down off the wall. Right, what do we got going on here? Rakim Palace Guard doing what they can. Raised Banner and Rally has been popped. Which, oh my god! It bumps up their melee defense to 91. Jeez, man. That is insane. My Shield Bearer General is over here as well, taking on these Royal Peltists, trying to get rid of them as quickly as we possibly can. Seleucid, for the most part, though, is done for. It doesn't really have much left. Yeah, it's always difficult to attack on your own. Usually the best bet is, if you're dead set on attacking by yourself, try and do a delayed. Communicate with your teammates, and try and do a delayed assault. I mean, even still, that is a risky roll of the dice. But if you can do a delayed assault, and if you're lucky enough, your allies do enough damage to the defending force that the third party has to shift troops, then yeah, that'll work. But yeah, attacking by yourself is always a sketchy thing to do. Lyrian Noble Hoplites over here chasing after some units. Hopefully they'll get caught and corralled and brought back on inside. But now it's time to shift. Look at all the dead bodies. My god. My god. Scorpion over here, 76 kills, not too shabby. Thorax Swords and Mercenary Scutari are charging on in here. Thorax Swords and Royal Peltis over here holding down the line. 45 kills, 30 for this unit. Thorax Swordsman over here taking on another unit of Thorax Swords. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. 74 and 73, but we are getting shot at. Good support coming in from Carthage, trying to get rid of my guys, trying to get them out of here. And now look at this. Lyrian Hoplites have shifted a little bit. They were right here. And then he actually pulled them back so that they're setting on sat on an angle, and that opened up both the Samnites and the Galatian Royal Guard to getting shot at by the Illyrian Marines. But Egypt eventually noticed, sent over his Galatian Royal Guard, and is now dismantling the Illyrian Marines. No surprise there. Syrians are now firing into the back of these Thorax Swordsmen, trying to get rid of these guys as quickly as possible so that I can go and assist and or pull back, one or the other. Peltis moving on forward, 5 kills, so they still have plenty of ammo left. And now, yeah, I've decided to come over here. Trying to get rid of the Galatian Royal Guard is definitely the biggest thing that I want to do here. Archers still firing into the back of these Thorax Swords. Now I'm just shifting around, coming after these guys. Scorpion is it firing? It is. Way big long shots into the back of the Thorax Swordsman. It's going to tear through their armor, turn them into pincushions. And we just have a sea of people trying to make their way in. Plopping these guys into, yeah, see, look how, like, one... Oh, they were facing this way, and then I hit shield wall, and then they decided to face the wrong way. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Such is life while playing Rome 2. So RDI has made their way out with 2 units. They're gonna come over here, try and chase down these archers and get rid of them here. Although they don't have any ammo left. I don't think they don't either. None of his archers have any ammo left, so... Except for this one, maybe. Nope, they're out too. 102, 92, 107, and 110. Two Cretans are in here. 86, 134. Lyrian hoplites are starting to waver. They'll probably break relatively soon. Thorax swords holding the line down against some Sandlight warriors, and that is an uneven fight. Here we go. Nabatea sallying out, perhaps? Perhaps? Don't want to get into some funny business. Rally, raised banner has been popped by me. Crack the whip, or use the whip rather, on my Royal Peltists. Now we're just gonna slice away at these thorax. I was about to say beat away, and that did not sound right. Anyway, Carthage over here taking on these mercenary axe warriors, getting them on out of here. Nabatea sending out some men as well. More Nabatean axe warriors and heavy archers. 254 kills. Nice. Well done. Got some more guys coming on out. I'm going to try and trap these guys down here. Hold them down. You know, I don't expect any of these units to win, especially against the Galatian Royal Guard. But it's keeping them at bay. It's keeping them occupied. It's not letting them get in here, specifically the Galatian Royal Guard, because that is a very scary unit. And if they got on the inside, especially paired up against you know, the Royal Peltis, the Thorax Swords, or hell, even over here, because this defense is not doing the best in the world. They would be slicing and dicing through our units. Thurio Spears get moved forward. They still have plenty of ammo left. 68 kills. They're going to toss their jabbies right on in to these Samnite warriors. Try and get rid of as many as we possibly can. Once they're out, I would imagine, if I remember correctly, I send them on in there, plop them into square formation, try and plug that hole up as best as we possibly can. Big old brawl going on out here. Axe warriors are starting to waver. They're going to be gone relatively soon. These guys, they are losing decisively, but they're putting up a fight, so that's good. Taking some of the Nubian bowmen with them, even though they don't have any ammo. But hey, small victories, right? Lyrian noble hoplites coming on out. They're going to try and chase down the Carthaginian general. I mean, if they could have gotten him, that would have been well, I say big, but there's really only 2 units left. 3 units, 4, yeah, 3 units left. 4 if you count the general. But he's only 12 men, and he's going to be dead soon. Nabatea coming on out to aid RDI in getting rid of some of these units here. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, and it is just a brawl at this point. Samnite Warriors not doing too hot. Thorax Swords not doing too hot. These Thorax Swordsmen, though, have been holding on for quite a bit. I am surprised. 131 kills, losing decisively. They have been for a minute now, but they are not giving up. And it paid off. This unit of Thorax Swordsmen starting to waver. They're going to be gone soon. Then it'll just be the Samnite Warriors. Hopefully they, too, will break. I mean, they're exhausted. The morale's not great. Where my morale is not great either, but at least my men are fresh. So fresh and so clean. Anyway. So, what do we got going on here? Rakim Palace Guard is just getting into it over here. No Fs are given. 112 kills, down to 178 men. 110, or 190 kills, down to 110 men. I was wrong. Lyrian Noble Hoplites smushing in between the Rakim Palace Guard. Crushing these Galatian Royal Guards, and that's pretty much going to be it. We're going to start to see some wavering soon, I would imagine. And then that's going to be the end. This is the end. There goes Egypt's general. Come on, break. Break. This is going to be it. This rear charge is going to be it. Oh, Carthage trying to slow down the Illyrian Noble Hoplite General, but that's not going to work. And that really is going to be it. And he stopped wavering. They're losing. My lord. Come on, get them in there. Wild that these guys, or at least they were losing, against a 39-man unit. Pikes, though, have been deployed, but we are now losing. Oh, that's right. I got my Syrians up on the wall to fire at the pikes. Try and get rid of them as quickly as you possibly can. 10 seconds remaining. And we're really just waiting for these guys to break entirely. They got to sit and watch their friends die. Anyway. All right. So, Eric getting 2,176 kills. 0 for his general, 123 for the Scorpion, 62 for the Illyrian Cav, 24 and 85 for the Tarentine Cav, 114 and 63 for the Peltists, 88 for the Illyrian Hoplites, 18 and 91 for the Marines, 123 for the other Noble Hoplites, 4 for the Illyrian Raiders. Mercenary Axemen, 303, 216, 101, and 194. Well done with those units. And then the Celtic Warriors, 156, 193, 113, and 103. Well done with these guys, too. Billy T. Sherm getting 2,247. 227 for the Rakim Palace Guard. 246 for the Desert Heavy Lancers. Well done. 254, 243, and 126 for the Archers. Awesome. 0 and 3 for the Pikes. That is unfortunate. Axe Warriors, 136, 52, 40, 241, 53. Swordsmen, 50, 109, and 152. And then the other Rakim Palace Guards, 222 and 91. Myself getting 1,698 kills. 81 for the General, 125, 194 for the Persian Lights, 88 and 109 for the Syrians, 46, 45, and 24 for the Hillmen, 143 for the Royal Peltists, 39, 140, 134, 56 for the Thorax Swords, and then 107, 26, 64, 163, and 115 for the Thurio Spears. Jonesy 911, 1,729 kills, 214 for the Game of Cab Gen. Archers 135, 150, 111, 114. Well done with his Archers, though, for sure. Eastern Spears 5, 17, 16, 17, and 8. 127 for the Royal Peltist, and then Thorax Swords 114, 193, 70, 72, 6, 18, 125, 102, and 115. Butt Slayer getting the most out of everybody. 2,251. 377 for the Glacial Royal Guard General. Nice. Archers 162, 104, 117, 118. Well done with the Archers. 48 and 23 for the Pikes. 22, 99, 61, and 74 for the Mercenary Egyptian Infantry. Thorax Swords 113, 43, 120, 139, 141, 84, 148, 122, and 136. And then finally, King of the Woods with 1,634 kills. 94 for his General, 30 for the Ballista, 130 for the Companion Cav, 89, 138, and 191 for the Cretans, 72 and 60 for the Libyan Infantry, 79 and 89, or 86 rather, for the Gallic Warriors, 38 for the Iberian Swords, 34 for the other Iberian Swords, 95, 37, 101 for the Italians, 85 and 116 for the Samnites, and then 79, 101, and 79 for the Spitari. All right. Hell of a battle. Pretty good for me not having played in like literally a year or more online multiplayer. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat myself on the back. But that is it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I sure did. And with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.